I'm looking for the field fillers in underneath that.
Joe, hello.
Hello.
We're here just in the morning of the race around Ireland. We're just getting the cars and the kits and everything ready. How are you feeling this morning?
Just relieved that we're here now. And thankfully the rain has started to subside. And it's actually getting warm outside. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, nervous about the start for sure, same as everyone. But now this weather's starting to clear up. And maybe there's going to come a little window in it. At least it'll let us get started, and it'll be good for the town here in Trim, to be able to get the race underway, and it'll be good for the people who have all come out to watch it as well.
Is it working okay?
Yeah.
You're filming, are you?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
How are you feeling this morning?
Good, now that the rain's died off.
Yes, it was
lashing this morning when we got up. But I think it's supposed to be reasonably good. Hopefully from here on out through the week. Fingers crossed, but I'm sure there's nothing more demoralising than lashing rains when you're on a bike.
Gillian, how are you feeling this morning?
I will be very glad when we actually start, because then we have to just deal with what we've got, and right now it's organisation is challenging.
And you're in a good mood.
Oh, I am in a good mood. I am in a good mood. It's just the hours before the start line that are stressful. Junk is very unique junk. Yes.
My junk's in the trunk.
Have you seen my junk?
I don't want to see your junk, but I have seen it on numerous races, and the race doesn't start until I see Ian's butt crack.
We're trying to build a jigsaw without knowing what the picture is. Getting everything to fit together and try and get ourselves ready for the race. We have to be in the start line, or I have to be at the start line in 2 hours time. Joe doesn't kick off until 4:46, but they want us down there before that, so we're just trying to make sure that we have all the right bits of kit and the right vehicles in the right place at the right time.
Right. Oh, there's your food box. I'll just throw this in here.
Andy,
hello.
how are we getting on?
We're doing very, very well at the minute.
What are we doing?
Just final preparations, just making sure, obviously this is the support van, where Joe will be kind of having a rest whenever it comes around to that point in the race. This is Joe's white climbing bike, so we just make sure we got the wheel to go on that in close proximity to the bike. Obviously there's a lot of other wheels, so just try and keep everything organised, so getting the cheese in the cool box,
Yeah, we'll not be washing anything.
Almost the other side.
Yeah. Andy,
yes.
Your main role then within the race is?
I'm not sure I have a main role. I think I just do what I need to do. But I would also be the sort of physio, muscle health support kind of person if Joe finds he's struggling a bit with soreness, muscle aches, pains, that kind of thing. So,
and you're also a medical expert?
Well, I think that's probably putting it a bit strong, but I'm sort of, I'm as good as he's got.
Kevin?
Morning.
How are you feeling?
Good sleep and getting exciting now. There's a bit of excitement coming, we're just ready to move down towards the start line and get ourselves organised, but it's been an eventful morning.
Gillian, we're raising money for Cycle Against Suicide.
Cycle Against Suicide is our partner.
Tell me a bit about that.
Well, that's been a fantastic opportunity to collaborate, and they're an organisation that's doing important work, having a very important conversation about suicide and mental health. And we're learning as we go along that Ireland ranks 4th highest in teen suicide in the EU region, and all of the funds that we raise during this race will go to their very important school programme and their Student Leaders Congress. So please donate. You are making a difference to teenagers' lives in Ireland. It's a national organisation that does fantastic work around the country.
Sorry? Alright.
You took too long to answer.
Got any wishes for your dad?
Don't even worry.
Just to do his very best?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he always does, right?
Yep.
Sure. So how are you getting on yourself?
We're pretty nervous now. At this stage I'm pretty nervous for sure. I'm looking forward to just getting started here. We're in the queue now for the start line, and you can hear the riders going off in the background here. So we're second last off. I got a good friend Valerio behind, and rightfully so, to take up the end of this race, being last year's winner. And I'm just looking forward to get out on the road here now.
Tell me a bit about this race. It's over 1,300 miles, Joe.
Yeah, this is a long way. You could call it the big league if you wish. Well, the body's going to get a pretty good beating, I would imagine. That's a given. It's Ireland we're in, so there's a lot of hills, a lot of weather, and a lot of headwind to deal with. But I think mentally pretty good. At the end of the day, I've become, I think, one of these riders that's now resilient at this level. Am I going to have bad times and bad days? For sure, they're coming. I don't know when, but I know they're coming, and I know that the team that's with me is very experienced, and I know the team will manage me whenever they need to, whenever they say that it's absolutely okay to not be okay, but it's also absolutely okay to ask for help. And we couldn't be delivering a better message, because that's exactly how our team exists in every one of these races. We all rely on each other, we all ask each other for help. Right, Andy, need to finish, all right?
Okay, my old friend Unbreakable coaches. This man has the Irish record for the race across America. He did it in the stupid time of 10 days and 23 years and 57 minutes.
You want to kiss Jill again and catch that one, Joe?
No. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Joe. Joe Barr, 2008 winner. 2009 winner. 2007 anniversary. So we go from one legend to another. Lucky in this race this year, we have 2 former winners.
Go, boom, boom, boom. Still rolling. Let's go. See you guys.
Okay. Well, guys, that's us on the way now. The race around Ireland 2018 has begun.
I'm relieved we're on the road now, though, and Joe is doing what he is best at doing, which is pedal the bike.
He's off on the TT bike, the Techner.
Yes. This is the very first race miles this bike has had, so it's very special.
So this first section, we're heading up to TS1, so we're basically heading on the east coast of Ireland. There's a southwesterly wind, kind of westerly wind at the minute. It's not too strong, so hopefully it should be a bit of a tail crosswind.
Yeah. And he's riding his 4-spoke wheels. He does not ride a disc wheel in the back because he's such a light rider that he doesn't want to be blowing or use too much energy to keep the bike steady, and the 4 spokes give him speed and some stability.
Joe!
Oh, you look good.
Joey's better.
Gillian, what's going on?
Well, the first bike change at TS1 did not go to plan, as is the way with endurance racing. But you know what? It's been a great learning experience for us all, really.
What happened?
Well, Joe was moving pretty. He had a fierce speed on him up to TS1, and the bike change crew was in location but missed him passing through, and so Joe has gone through TS1 on a time trial bike. Now we're in uphill, hilly climbs, and he's desperately needing his C60. Excuse me. Charge up the batteries. Joe needs front lights. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
The lights are on the bike. Andy doesn't know that the lights are already on the C60.
I got a WhatsApp that.
How many times did we say about getting the title stations? Bike changes ready.
There's a big massive tail. So it was No real pressure.
It's going to be hot.
It's alright.
So just take a moment. Your heart rate does need to
Where
come
exactly
down.
are we in the big picture here now? Just so I can know the chess game here. Where are we at in relation to the two guys up the road? We're about behind.
It's difficult to tell because
There's
the
no
trackers
data.
are, the
Trackers are all out of
car.
date.
Right, as soon as you can, guys, get it, so I can understand the chessboard.
What I know, what I've seen. Well, tell me what
okay.
you've seen.
You're starting to push too hard, Joe. You need to watch your speed. You're pushing too hard.
Once we get through here now, I'm shutting off on the flat.
You need to shut down a bit, otherwise we're going to be in trouble up the road. Okay.
The two guys that are passing are the Spada guy and the Miege guy. The three of you are the guys that are passing riders. Nope. No, come on.
Push off.
You control this. Control this now.
Ingrid!
Good luck.
See you later,
Take
right?
care, alright. Be careful.
LED light. Wait for the car, wait for the car! Wait for the car! Wait for the car! There you go, that's a crew change done. Bring her away.
So this is the first, coming up to the first corner, and Mamor, it's the run-in is so severe and so steep. After 12 hours of racing on a cold and wet and windy night, oh, this is going to be painful. Joe has ridden this climb so many times, as I'm sure a lot of you have watching. So he knows these corners inside and out, and he knows the gearing. It's always different when you have to do this climb after a night that he's just had. But it doesn't matter how fast he's going, it just matters that he's going. And there we go. Ay, ay, ay. That's sore. Use the windscreen wipers. It hurts me even watching it. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, this is after what?
It was after 12,
13 hours of cycling already?
Yeah. And with such a long way to go.
Yeah.
That's the piece that is unimaginable at this point, that this is only the beginning.
So we're currently just approaching 500 feet elevation.
Come on, Joe. What do we have in wind here? This is a bit of a crosswind. Come on, Joe. Come on. He's got it. We stole in the car, that's okay.
Don't stop. Go on, Alele! Alele!
Give me your 30 seconds.
Oh, love you to pieces.
I am away now.
Go on, Joe!
Bar now. We had a chat with him on the road before Sligo to see what he felt his capabilities were, and we are not going to stop until Castlebar, and then we'll assess the situation. We do need a recovery period with him, and we know that. So we have a scheduled and kind of a choreographed recovery fuel stop for him at least.
Yes, we're about to go into, well, when we reach Castlebar, we'll be nearly in the night time.
Yes. Yes, I reckon we'll be another kind of 5 hours now to Castlebar, and then we'll be we'll go down for, as I said, a scheduled stop, go up and go again.
How's his performance been today? He's pretty much been balls to the wall since the start line, hasn't he? He hasn't really...
You know what? It looks like it's been balls to the walls, and I know that it must look like that, particularly if you're following his dot. It has all been calculated by Joe. It's what he wanted. His style is to take the race to the race and set a stall out, and now the race is something that he is has a major role in shaping it. Now there's lots more to come, but he's at the coalface of it now, and he's struggled with the headwind like everyone is struggling with the headwind today, but he knows his capability. His average heart rate is where he needs it to be. And do we have a recovery to do? Yes, we do.
Definitely do.
Bar. The whole way we've been pushing through, just trying to consolidate and hold that lead. Been working for it, we've maintained it, even extended it slightly. Good ride through the Ox Mountains, but again throughout the day we've had difficulties at different times with squalls coming through and with a fairly persistent headwind no matter where we've turned, which has been hard for Joe, but he's ridden well, riding very smoothly, looks good on the bike, he's comfortable on the bike, and now we're just taking some downtime where he's taking a sleep for a while, had a bit to eat, and just recharging the batteries for the next section of the ride.
We clocked him at one point 400 miles in 24 hours. Do you think that is a bit much?
I think it's something we need to be careful of managing. We think it's been doable. We're in control of the race and we intend to stay there. So we'll see how that plays out over the next 800 miles.
2:41 this morning. Myself and Andy were coming with the support van, and as we were crossing the bridge we seen the PSNI vehicle parked and a civilian car about 20 yards down the road, and they were actually manhandling a guy off the bridge. To see that last night, now obviously no one was going to video that last night, but to see that raw, would put you thinking, like, where is this going to go? Like 800 people, one life is one life too many. We're on the road, and Joe, the team, the immediate follow crew, they're asking for help every day. Joe reaches out every day on this cycle, on this race, for help, and the crew ask for help from each other.
Put that over, Joe.
Just go to the back of the van and sit down, and just raise there.
Did someone lift the socks that I have? The socks that I have?
Which socks did
I had them lifted out, not those ones I have. Jill, see in the race day box, or in the second or race day box, there's another pair of neoprene overshoes. Castelli ones with big red packs on the side like the ones I had on. There's two pair of those.
Joe, very, very briefly, 445 miles in 26 and a half hours. How are you feeling?
Yeah, that was a big push. It was a big push. The weather's horrendous, like, as you know, with the wind. But last night, I only had, from we left in trim, I only took 10 minutes to put on my leg warmers and arm warmers, because the guys in the front, the 3 or 4 in the front, are really strong. And I led into Ballyclare, and then I chased 2 right all the way through to Balmore Gap, and we're trying to set out the chase plan, but the problem is all the guys in the top are all the same strength. They're all strong, and the big problem we had last night and today is we have this speed, so it was we really had to dig in, like, just to survive. But at the finish, all 3 had the same strength. So, but I've managed to get here in Castlebar. I've had an hour cushion, and the second guy's just gone through. So I've had sleep and I've had food and change, and now I can fight now.
So
again.
we're about to go into direct follow. Your crew are going to be behind you the whole night. How important are your crew?
We can't do this without everyone on board, and everybody is on board. Everybody's doing like more than 100% of the ask for sure. This has been a tough start to this race, so it has, and I can't see it getting any better. However, you know, the race is just starting now.
You must wait for the car.
Yeah, I'm just going to the gate, like, so we're not. Ian, can you bring up?
Want them up? Joe Barr, you've just won the Joe Road Tour for setting the fastest time between Ballyclare and Coleraine. How do you feel?
That's pretty good. It was a pretty nice war to win, considering I rode the original route that Joe rode, and so it's really nice, because last night was really hard night, so it was, where everybody was on the limit. So I can understand that it was going to be one of the three of us was going to win, but it's me, and so that's good. So thanks to Race Around Ireland.
Well, it's 6:15. We have first light in the sky on, I believe it's Tuesday morning. Joe has pedaled through the night after his recovery stop. I even forget what time that was, but he's steadily pedaled through the night, and he's made up or created a significant cushion of about 50 kilometers against the next competitors. So it's been a productive night. Challenging, but that's the nature of what we do.
Sure. In 20 minutes time, it's daylight hours.
Yeah.
So yes, they could follow him without having to direct follow. Yeah. That's nice.
That's lovely. It also means we could stop for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the car could stop moving, because you can't sleep in a moving car.
Well, I'm very close to it, but it's difficult now.
Are you saying you've got power in your legs?
Alright, but it's hard to know. I can't kick constantly. It keeps.
Okay.
I'm scared to push on in case I fucking hit the edge.
Well, stay with it. Work with it. Yeah, you are. You're doing it. It'll come round. They're really not gaining. Spada is gaining on strength, but they're not gaining on you. But it looks like Spada, if he's gaining on strength, he's more rested. But he took 2 hours. It's over 40 at the worst, at the lowest, and it's between 40 and 50.
Portuguese. Joe, very quickly. What's going on?
Is this recording or not?
So then, what's going on?
Well, it's just before 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning, and Joe has steadily pedaled through his second night. So he's actually taken 10 minutes off the bike to try and catch 10 minutes sleep. He's falling asleep, and it is always with our team safety first, and we've been noticing his telltale signs that sleep deprivation, he's at his limit of being able to safely manage it on the bike. So it's amazing what a 10-minute cat nap will do. And that's exactly, he's in a warm car right now.
Okay, we're in leapfrog now. Battling the sleep deprivation.
Yeah, I know it was tough for Joe, but it was tough for us as well. Just driving, the amount of concentration required at night to keep him and the headlight beam with oncoming traffic and traffic coming from behind, it's so intense. You think you're okay till you get into the driver's seat, and then within 20 minutes you're just wanting to close your eyes. So it's a constant battle. It must be worse for him. It has to be terrible for him. We have fought hard to maintain the lead that we have over these other guys on the road. We have an 18-minute time advantage and correct the time, so we have to factor that in as well. But we reckon we have between 25 and 30 kilometres on the road. So it's trying to protect that, but at the same time he needs rest. We're not even over halfway yet, so that's a long way to go.
I suppose in short, we're a local Volkswagen dealer in County Clare. I suppose we just got involved with Joe through another local cyclist, Noel Cusack, and who's attended some of Joe's workshops. And so it started off with Joe did a talk down in our place there early on this year, and he's just an infectious guy, you know.
In here, Joe. Such a tough night.
Aye.
Tell me about it.
That was
if you can.
That was a one-off night. Sure. We had a push all night to get the gap. You know, whenever he went by, I had got my sleep and whatever, and I caught him on the big climb. But I waited and waited. I knew he had to sleep, and when he went down for a sleep, I pushed full gas. But when I came in the morning time, I had a lot of sleep deprivation problem, and I lost a lot. But we'll see. You know, I still have some gap, and I get a rest now again, maybe, and get back on the road beside him again. We'll see. Man, he is really strong. He's riding. He's super good.
Okay, so we're just past Kearney's cottage. We're just going up the climbs here. We're in direct follow behind Joe. This is this is like a one-car track wide road. There's a lot of horse manure in the road as well. Lighting this section is really difficult. And like when I say I'm on his wheel, I'm literally on his rear wheel. Can't actually see. I'm that close. Can't actually see the bottom of his rear wheel. So concentration here is absolutely paramount.
Black Valley's really fast tonight because there's tailwind in there, but the climb back out of it, as you can see, like it's pretty major climb. A dangerous section too with the horse manure, so proper care from you and the crew. Yeah, no chances. Like, not taking any chances. You know, we're everyone's on a limit right now, and it's so easy to make a mistake. You know, and I'm sure the guy who's chasing on a limit too. Like, so I hope he gets through too. Like, so. You know, we're dropping down now towards Kenmare and heading towards Glencairn. So another really big climb tonight, and then hopefully we get out towards Waterville and make our way around by Sneeman into Kenmare, and then we got Car Pass to go. And then maybe we'll get to see Miss. Maybe.
How are you getting on, Gillian?
I'm good. Third night.
We had that climb up through the Black Valley there. Your heart was in your mouth. The crew were on the rear wheel. We were literally getting a tow from him. That
yeah, close. It was. There was not a lot said in the crew car, that's for sure. It was pure focus.
I literally just couldn't overcome the sleep, so I had to shut the gas totally, and I managed to keep it moving, like, so for the last 30 miles it's been pretty painful.
Talking about sleep deprivation very, very quickly, what does your body and mind go through?
Your body doesn't really change an awful lot, it's all your mind, like, and your mind just, you just can't focus on the road, and you know we have a rule, we don't push till we fall, so I was on the limit tonight, and well, it's one of those rare nights whenever the hedgerows start moving around and jumping out onto the road and stuff like that, so it's at a pretty severe level whenever that happens, like, so
people would be worrying about safety. You have your crew behind you as well.
Yeah, no, we don't push beyond that, like, but you know, normally I don't get to that level, but tonight I don't know whether it was just all the big climbs or just the aggressive nature of this race, either or, like, but you know, they're like the hedgerows are like jokers and like knights and kings, and they move around in the hedgerow, so whenever it gets like that, it's time.
Steady, keep it going.
You'll get a tailwind on the way out. You will.
Good man, Joe. Excellent.
I verified that you were here anyway. The car is turned down. All right, okay. Do we have to go down the bottom?
No, you're good here. You're good here.
The car was halfway down. The tractor is on that.
All right, okay.
I verify you were here anyway.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Long night.
Yeah. Best of luck to you the rest of the way now. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good man, Joe. Good man.
Steady.
Thank you.
Time. Keep your eye to the time, Mark.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got fresh ones here. Race across America ones.
Those ones really need to wash.
Yeah. I've got plenty of socks. Everyone was washed that you've taken off.
Okay.
So it's just the shorts that need to get dry.
He's got about 5 or 6 minutes left. He's sorting out his feet, getting some warm food, and just make him as comfortable as possible when he takes off again, changing some clothes, socks, for the long day ahead.
Could you imagine ever doing this type of business?
No. And I'm 29 and he's 59.
Jackie, what is Joe Barr doing at your house?
Oh my goodness, he has come here just for a very short rest and something to eat on his race around Ireland, and I'm delighted to say at the moment he's in first position.
There's a bit of an intense battle going on. You've been watching the whole
Yeah.
time. Sabata's just about to make his way into Goleen here.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tight race.
Yeah, this is going to be a very tight race. We've been watching them all night as they've come over from Kenmare and Killarney over through Bantry, and I know Sabata is hot on his heels.
So here comes Joe, and this is how you receive a bike. And I think we've got mechanicking to do, which is fantastic to see. How great is it when your rider is your mechanic and a master mechanic at that? I'm not going to disturb Joe by asking any questions.
Sorry. Stop the battery, let it go. What I don't need.
Get out of the fucking way, get out of the way.
Get out of the way, woman. Ah, come on. This is...
This is madness. There's no way we're getting up that and at the same pace as Joe. Yeah, there's no way. That's just stupid. Brilliant.
Joe might have to run up there after us.
Put you together here? Or do you want to go on for a bit now?
No, let's go on for a little bit, settle down.
Yeah.
I just have one question here now.
What's that?
Where are we now with the gun?
Okay.
We're about 12 miles ahead of...
Still?
Yep, 12. He's
How does that work?
No,
He's trying to
catch.
He's trying to catch it, and he's not catching you, Joe. Yeah.
How does it feel, Joe?
I think whenever he saw that stop...
Just a second. How does it feel to have absolutely rocked up St. Patrick's Hill in Cork?
I think I got that hill pretty good.
Okay, Joe went through approximately an hour and 15 minutes ago. We have been watching the tracker for the rider who is currently in second place, and he has pulled over. So we reckon, we don't know if, obviously we don't know his strategy, we don't know his plan, but he pulled over. We noticed at 12:15, it's now 1:15, so we don't know how long he's going to stop or what he's going to do, but that obviously gives Joe the advantage on the road. He's still moving. You know, keep the bike churning, keep the pedals going. So he's putting some distance into him. We have about 280 miles left to go. We are now in a position where we can react to whatever this other guy does. Sveta. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his surname. Yeah. But it puts the ball in our court where that we can now react. We are not. We are the fox rather than the hare. Or is that the other way around? The hare rather than the fox?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been 3 days and I have had 9 hours sleep.
So we're following Joe up quite a severe climb, Mount Milleray, and it's the first climb outside of TS 18, which is Youghal. It's what time is it, guys?
1:20.
1:20 in the morning. We can't say it's been a really comfortable day for Joe on the bike, but you'd be surprised. He's quite recently said that he's starting to come around. So we're climbing and we'll go as long as Joe can go, and I bet he won't be stopping tonight. How would you describe the day, Andy?
Difficult day earlier in the daylight hours. Struggling, a number of issues sort of rumbling in the background, and managed to resolve some of them bit by bit, and the evening has been a much better period of work for Joe. He's found his rhythm a lot more and has been consistent with it, and we're making progress.
There was that moment in the day when on the out and back from Mizzen he and Sveta Bovak actually crossed paths, and it was quite a moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did you take from that moment, Mark?
Just, yeah, it was like a little nod of acknowledgement at the time, and they got a chance to look at each other.
Yeah, because they've been waging war for...
Weigh each other up. Yeah.
70 plus hours at that point.
Yeah, it's been kind of back and forth. Well, just give or take
give or take a few miles during the day, and it hasn't really changed much.
Yeah, total respect. You know, Joe has total respect for anyone who tows up to a start line like this. This is tough.
Okay, Joe. Stop for 60 seconds. Pull into the forecourt. Good man.
They are here, what he's doing.
No, we're just going to take 60 seconds here. You want to take an hour?
I'm just saying because it's
Svada stopped for 2 hours there.
No.
Exactly.
No, I'm just saying because is that open in there?
We can get stuff. We can ask for stuff. It's one of those.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you want to stop here, it doesn't matter to me.
You're the guy that needs the rest. Unless he jumps on CBR 600, he's not going to catch you.
No.
Okay, so let's just run it in a wee bit here.
Yeah.
Once we've had a chance to refresh the batteries and get you started back on the road again.
It's only going to be like 2 hours till it's daylight again.
Well, yeah. So if you take an hour's break here and get back on the road, you're still an hour ahead of him, plus the mileage you have put into him, because he stopped for 2 hours.
It wasn't as bad as last night, thank goodness. And I pushed on the climb. And we've arrived here in Clonmel now, so I'm going to take a little bit of a break and just be mindful of what's happening behind us. So I think we've created another little bit of a cushion, more so for just a little bit more rest. I've only slept 3 hours since the start of this race.
Yeah, that's an incredible performance. Joe, your sleep deprivation will be kicking in. What's the crew doing now for safety reasons?
Well, everybody, like, they're getting me sorted for priority, like, but then they're getting a rest themselves. Everyone's getting a rest, and we have a crew change and whatever. And I have to say, the crew's been absolutely incredible this race. They really have. Like, I know we talk a lot about how good they are, like, but we've made a lot of changes, and we've put in a new strategy of how we're actually running what we're doing. My goodness, it has made the biggest improvement. It's just incredible. So yeah, I'm very happy with the team and how it's all going, for sure. And I know it's a long way to go and whatever, but I'm doing the best that we can be, like. And
you're confident? Yeah,
well, I'm in the fight. At the end of the day, we're in racing, so everything could change in minutes, like. Yeah, we're not taking an hour.
Okay, I'll find out. So
about 45.
45. So if we into 45, we are head down, or 45 total.
45. Yeah.
Right. 45. I'll get you up in time.
Yeah, it's been a tough enough day. Joe's pushed through. Joe's done well today. Yeah, it's just we're getting to that point in the race now where everybody's kind of buggered. Especially Joe, obviously, he's the man on the bike, working the legs.
It's hard enough round by him, but do you imagine what he's going through?
Exactly. That's the way you got to think about it. Like, no matter how tired or whatever we are, he's experiencing a lot worse, I should say.
You look a bit tired yourself, Mark.
Yeah. I think the plan is now just a few 3 or 4 hours sleep, and then catch up the road. Bit of leapfrogging, bit more sleep, whatever way we'll try and work it.
Svada's took a 2 hour gap,
yes.
So that gives us a bit of gap. Does
yes.
that make you a bit happier?
It does, yes. I think Joe was happy about that as well, and it sort of made him, he went into sort of calculator mode and ran things through his head, probably thinking about a race strategy for himself and what way he could work it out. So yeah, it's he's not letting up. He's had a rest, so as Andy said earlier, he's probably this will probably be him pushing through until tomorrow.
This glasses again, Jill.
Sorry? Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. People are saying are riding for so many. It's mind-blowing, Joe. Names that I haven't heard of on our Facebook before. Your reach, what's happening is very real.
Is that the wrong line over here? Yeah, it's over to the right. Yeah.
I was thinking a little bit about just trying to manage this through today. I know you don't like it.
Oh, it'll be self-serve. So.
I know, but in terms of dealing with the sleep deprivation, could you run slightly cold in terms of clothing?
Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did this morning.
Yeah, to stimulate the sort of
Stimulate the system. Yeah. But then I went too cold
Too
and I
cold,
froze.
yes. So it's going to be managing that. Yeah.
just before the sun came out, you put the off fish on, but then sun came out and it became one.
Yep. How have we been doing with fuel this morning?
Pretty good, actually, I thought.
Well, you haven't been getting many bottles from us, to be honest with you, because you haven't been in.
No, I haven't been in good shape.
Fully kosher.
Okay,
So, in a relationship to, Andy's asking the question here about how much fuel I've taken in this morning. Like, I've taken 3 insers or 2 insers.
You've taken in total 2 because you've been taking some half and some
2
full.
insers, some ham sandwiches.
Are we on?
No. It is a case of depletion. It is a case of depletion, but I think it's a case of the system just won't take it in.
My son-in-law does a lot of biking. He was up in Clare there and he done cycling. They do about 100. Well, they're not doing exactly what you're doing, but they do about 100.
Well, we're doing
160k they do in the...
That's the edge of Clare, is it?
That's up around Clare and all up around that direction.
Well, the people that sponsor the car,
Yes.
they're from Ennis.
Oh, from Ennis.
They're involved in that charity, right?
They're involved in that, yeah.
So they are.
They does it for different things like boats and
Well, we're doing
charities.
it for our
for school, autism.
Our charities for the cycle against suicide. So it's okay. That's what we're doing it for.
That's good. Yeah. All of our
So you've just won the Kieran Smith Award. How do you feel?
in Killarney.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Memory Kieran Smith.
Fantastic. That's fantastic to hear that I've won that. I tried hard in Ballyrasheen Pass to try and win, but that's good news.
Cycling's one big family. To lose someone like Kieran Smith, it was devastating at the time.
Yeah, it's a big privilege for both the team and myself. I didn't know his family, but you know, outside of cycling, the job that he did was an incredible job. Like, so, you know, he'd be sadly missed for sure.
Team Invictus were also riding his wife, his friends, and his crew.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to them as well.
And you know, when this event's all over and the stress is all over, we'll get to hopefully speak to them.
Joe, thank you very much. All right, on the way.
Yeah.
There he goes, folks. All the way to the finish. What's up, Joe? That's me, folks. Go on, Joe! Whew. 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 Oh. So, Joe, so you get the camera back around. Joe's on his way up the Mount Leicester climb. He's on his way to the Wicklow Mountains now. So guys, this man's on fire. My feet are on fire. Don't forget to donate. What's up, you, Joe? That's number one. Come on, Joe. Keep it pumping. Nice with the center line. You put the top back on, Joe. Any more to go?
3. Yeah, and you know what?
What's next? What's next one? This is Drumgoff, isn't it? This Drumgoff?
Yeah.
This Drumgoff?
No, it's Steve Mann.
Steve Mann.
Rockavana, right. The next one's Drumgoff and then Glenmalure.
Yeah, Glenmalure done. The Sallygaff will be the one after that, and Cupertstown will be the next one. Right. Drumgoff, but the minute you hit the bottom of this, you're nearly beyond Drumgoff.
guys. Thank you.
Well done, absolutely fantastic. Go down, Andy.
Joe, well done. Get him over the line.
Get him over the line.
Get him over the line.
Over the line, Joe.
Where's the line? Let's go and see the line.
You're rolling. Yes. There you go. Hey! Right, Joe.
Joe, congratulations. Joe, you've just won the race around Ireland. How do you feel?
Tired right now. Yeah, it's been really good, and here we are in the dry, which is great. It's been a super race, like, and the lad who's been most competitive all through the races, I'm sure he's not far away actually.
No, that's a good. That's a good fight.
45 minutes.
It's fantastic. So it's been a great race. It's been a really hard race, and big thanks to the team, my own team again, for they just show up every day. So big thanks there, and big thanks to Gillian, my partner.